Wing Alpha Trade Report for September 14th, 2017. First, the markets, SPY. We've had a new all-time high, just barely, but a new all-time high yet again. We expect SPY to continue up and continue make new all-time highs. We're looking at about 252, maybe even a 253, 254. But we're expecting price to come up and then curl back down, and we do expect this support to break at some point before we get a bounce and then continue up for the next one. Quite similar to what we've had here, one bounce, two bounce, and then another. These are just succession of bull flags. So we're very bullish, and we've been telling our members to continually go long, heavily go long in the markets. I want to bring up our live portfolio that all alpha level members can view. You just go to the website, look for the portfolio. First, I want to point out that we're making a little over 4% a month, so you can check all of our trades, verify it. That's not compounded though, so we're actually doing even better than that. I also wanted to point out that we are currently invested 106%. There are two reasons for this. One is that some members are new and they don't have any positions. So we're going to continue sending out new positions, even though members that have been around for a while might be invested 100% already. If you're already 100% invested, you do not need to add any more positions. Otherwise, just keep adding positions as we send them out. You also have the option of applying for margin with your broker. So you could actually invest about 200% using margin. So check that out if you're interested in going over 100%. Now, going back to the market, next we have XLE. XLE is the energy sector. Energy sector had been really bullish for almost a year. You can see the strong downtrend here. It was slow, but still strong. And then around 2 months ago, we said this is a possible potential bottoming pattern. But it turned out to be not a bottom when we got this breakdown here. But it looks like it might actually be a bottoming pattern after all. It's just going to be a very long consolidation. We are not recommending going long right now. In fact, price is quite overextended, so we're expecting price to bounce and then to come right back down. But this is something to pay attention to, a potential bottoming of the energy sector. Next, we have China FXI. I haven't reviewed FXI in a while, but if you look at an older video, I think it was about 2 months ago, you can hear me saying that FXI China was extremely bullish. You definitely want to go long on China. And as you can see, it's been in a strong uptrend for about a year and a half now. Going back further, you can see that the last really big all-time high was up here, around 53. So we have a lot more space for the market to go up. I would definitely recommend going long on China. And in fact, members who have been around for a while are long China. First, there's Weibo Core, WB. Members were told to go long around mid-July here. And then we're still in the position right now. I believe it's up about 40%. We're still holding it. We expect it to go even higher. The other one is WBA. Members were told to go long towards the end of June here, and we're still holding it right now after this very strong trend. Right now we're up, I believe it's about 55%, and we expect to hold it until around 80%, so it's definitely a very strong stock. Now, we're going to go over the trades that we had gone into yesterday. Members were alerted to go long CZR, so that would have been this camera right here. So CZR is right now being highly shorted. I believe it's like 40 or 50% shorted right now. So we're expecting a pop and a very strong short squeeze. CZR, we traded this before. It was in a very strong uptrend. The members were told to go long around mid-July here in expectation to continue up. And it looked like it did. But there was this pop here, high selling, and it just sold off. And so we stopped that about 3 weeks ago. Whenever we stop out, we do watch the stock in case if we could get back in. Usually we don't, but this one we definitely recommend going back in, going long. And it looks like the pop has already started today. So definitely go long CZR, expecting it to continue up. And it should be a pretty strong upward trend given the short interest. The other stock is FSLR for solar. So going back, First Solar didn't do very well last year. It just sold off in succession. Every earnings was pretty much a trigger to just sell off. However, it appears to be curling back up, a cup pattern, I guess you could call it. And we've had a succession of bull flags, 1, 2, maybe this one right here, and then 3. And this bull flag appears to be breaking out. It's not 100% guaranteed. I would actually say it's only a 50% chance. But if it doesn't work out, we'll take a small loss. If it does work out, we'll take a rather large profit. So definitely go long on this breakout on FSLR and expectation that it will continue up. So that concludes the trade report for September 14th, 2017.